Hey everybody, we are in the ad account today, right away. So in the ad account, what we have to understand, we're going to go ahead and we're going to customize some columns here. And we're going to start right here by custom. We're going to create some custom metric. Now, if you've been running any kind of Facebook ads, you've been taught by a whole bunch of people that profitability is something silly like revenue divided by ad spend, which is a ratio. Now, something that we need to know is that ratios are used so that, generally speaking, people can lie to you. And we're actually going to break down a legitimately useful ratio here in a little bit called profit ratio. Now, return on ad spend is an absolute complete dog shit metric because it doesn't give you context, it doesn't give you volume, and it doesn't give you profitability. It just lets you know one number divided by another. But hey, I've gotten 100x ROAS because it took me $100 to sell a $25,000 car because I had a 50% show up rate on lead gen for Nissan, 2014 Nissan Sentras back at the alpha of the lead gen. And well, that's absolute nonsense. And to be fair, you can get 100x ROAS by throwing 10 cents into something and making $10. That doesn't tell you how much money you made. Actual gross profit is actual real money. So let's break down how to actually understand how much actual money you're actually making. So let's do that here real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and hit this, open up our parentheses. Now, where we're going to factor average order value, we're going to need to understand that. So we're going to do this by typing in purchase, and we're going to do purchase conversion value divided by number of purchases. Now, this is basically saying, okay, we made $1,000 and we made 10 purchases. So each purchase is worth $100. Awesome. Average order value. Now, is that profit? Well, we don't know. How much did we spend on ads? So that's actually a really good thing to know. So why don't we subtract amount spent from this number? So if we say we made $1,000 and we got 10 purchases, that means in this metric, we've made $100 on each purchase. Okay. Now, of that $100, how much did we spend to make that? Well, what's our amount spent? Now, at the ad level, we could say, well, this ad spent $1,000 to create 10 sales. And that means that on average, every sale was worth this much money. How much did we spend to make those sales happen? Well, if we get that down to each individual ad unit, we can understand this isn't actually per transaction, it's per each ad. So we can get down to the gross profit per transaction at the ad level, at the ad set level, and at the campaign level. Now, the beautiful thing is, if you understand your COGS for those products, you could manually input what that is. Now, let's say, for instance, our COGS was $37. Okay, we could do 37 bucks. All right. Let's say our COGS was, let's say we said overhead OpEx was 40%. Okay, so we could take this entire equation. Whoop. Oh, come on now. Come on now. What are we doing here? What are you doing to me, fam? All right, let's start this over. This is stupid easy. Here we go. Here. We're going to go here. We're going to go down to here. Customize columns. Customize. Create new metric. Okay. We're going to do purchase. And I'm showing you just how fast this can be. Purchase conversion value. You can do this right now, right? Purchase conversion value divided by purchases. Purchases. Great. There we go. Minus spend. Awesome. Now, if we're going to say our overall cost per purchase, if our overall profitability, our OpEx is 40%, we can divide this. We can actually multiply this times 0.4. There we go. Now, let's do some theory here. If we made $1,000 in revenue, not average order value, $1,000 in revenue, and we did 10 purchases. So it's $100 per transaction. And let's say to get that $1,000, we spent, I don't know, 500 bucks. All right. This would say our gross profit per transaction, if we're breaking down the math, $500 got us 10 purchases. So it's $50 CPA. And the conversion value, the AOV is $100. Our gross profit per transaction is $50. We make $50 AOV, $50 CPA, boom. Now, if our OPEX is 40%, we can multiply that right into here. And now we know we're actually making $30 per transaction. This is gross profit per transaction minus OPEX. This is a number. This is your actual volume of profit per transaction on an average basis. How much money do you make per sale? That's what this number will tell you. Now, if you know, for instance, that your LTV is 2.5 times whatever this number is, awesome. Let's multiply that times 2.5. This is gross profit per transaction minus OPEX into LTV projection. Awesome. ROAS is a completely trash metric. This is how much money do you actually make. And you can do this per projections. You can do this per transaction. You can do this per campaign. You can do this per ad. You can do this per ad set. You can actually begin to weaponize the real numbers inside of your business. These are the things they just don't want you to know, because either one of two things is true. Either A, their efforts aren't incremental at all and they don't know how this stuff works, or B, they know that what they're doing is stealing from you and lying to you and showing you how much money you actually make on these efforts would be very bad for your relationship with somebody who you're paying $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more. If you're not doing this, you have no idea how much money you're actually making. If you don't know how much money you're making, you don't know what your ad spend be. You don't know any of this stuff that you really need to know to actually be making money. Facebook ads are actually really easy. You just have to start knowing your numbers. We're going to break down a lot more stuff, answer all of your questions, get to the comments of the last week, and so much more right after this. By the way, join Disruptor Academy for all sorts of stuff. We've raised the price from $50 to $100. When we get our next 100 students, we're going to double the price again. Get in, but while the getting's good. That being said, let's go.
It's going extremely well.
And now, showtime.
Yeah, I love that music. I'm going to start adding that into the intros of the 5 Minute Fridays. Welcome, everybody. Let's address the chat. We got lots of eyeballs here, dozens of eyeballs. I'm thinking of the count right now, right off the top of the head. We are at 50, 60, some odd eyeballs, depending on, Cyclopsian situations. Anyway, all that to be said, Charlie's down here enjoying some food, so don't you worry. Little baby girl is around. And yeah, so let's dive into it today. So what we're going to get into right now, what we talked about, let's throw it back up on the screen chat. So let's break this down simply, because a lot of this stuff is way too complicated for us to get into. All you really need to know is this number, okay? You can create this metric. Why not make it available to everyone in the business? Go ahead and hit create metric. Oop, not a valid formula, because I had one too many of these. Okay, boom. Now we're good to go. There's gross profit per transaction. Those of you that have been looking ahead and cheating and watching this week's 5 Minute Friday, you would have seen profit ratio. So you know how those goes. We can see the lead conversion volume, profit volume. Like, we're going to get into a lot of these metrics here, people, but only so much for today. Well, so we're going to dive into some more of that stuff. Joshua, it's great to see you. If you're watching the show today, let me know where you are from. And with that being said, let's hit the comments. Let's get to all of you. Let's try to dive in real quick and understand what some of you all have been saying all week long, so that we can actually help everyone right away. And then we'll dive into some more of this stuff. But hey, look, we need to understand all of the questions that you have and also get answers to them, because that's what we do here. We help everyone be successful. If you haven't joined the Disruptor Academy, where we did 20 of these questions live in chat, where we had conversations back and forth and really crushed it, then this is your best chance. If you watch all of this stuff and you don't want to wait a week for me to get an answer to your question, why not join the Academy right now? We'll throw that up here in a little bit. But that being said, let's get to it. Joshua, by the way, just joined Disruptor Academy. Loved it. Joshua from California. Me too, buddy. Where in California are you? I'd love to know, man. I'd love to know. Okay, so all this being said, let's get to the chat real quick. All right, so purpose. I'm confused. So should I use GPT, which, by the way, GPT, gross profit per transaction. Riverside, I'm in LA right now, buddy. Joshua, there you go. All right, should I use this new metric or GPT as you discussed here? We're going to actually table this real quick for a moment because we're going to be diving into the 5-Minute Friday. Hi, little girl. Thank you. This is a magnet. Yeah, thanks. My little girl brought me a magnet. What have you done today? Yeah. Okay. So that being said, they both have context. One of this shows us profit margin per dollar spent, and another one shows us overall volume of profit. And the profit margin number, if you're still looking at ROAS, you can throw that out, never look at it again, realize anybody that ever uses that number has to give context to it all the time. And instead, there's a much better number you should be looking at. Stick around to the end to see that. All right. That being said, it happened to me so many times. Thank you, Andrew. I'm sure it does. Is commenting on the short. So in the 5-Minute Friday here, ever since Flex Ad rolled out, 98% of the time I launched a 322 Flex Ad, only the first creative headline and primary text when I click view comments to grab the post ID. Here's what's going on. You're not actually seeing the best post IDs in the way that we used to see it. The actual system has changed, and that is rolling out to over 85% of people. But here's what you can do. You should be monitoring all of the comments you get on your ads, right? And there's a comment section inside of your business manager that allows you to reply back to everybody so that you don't have to hunt through all of your ads to get them. All right, now when you click on that, it's going to pull open the post so you can reply back to them. Well, if you look in the URL, it actually shows the post ID of that post. You should be making a document that tracks all of the ads that you have live. And then making a checkbox. You don't have to go through your comment section anymore. You can just check every one of your posts by clicking on the post ID that you've added to that doc. Now, fun fact, if one of those posts just gets a ton of comments, maybe it's the dominant post of that dynamic creative or flex ad that you've been running. And if you know what the dominant creative or dominant, more importantly, the dominant combination of creative headline and primary text is in your flex ad, just extract it when you need to. But remember, don't try to solve problems that you don't have. That's the overarching message from this week's class in Disruptor Academy, it seems like. So all of this stuff, I want you to know that if you have no confidence in Flex anymore, this is the solution. All right, let's keep going. Ever since Flex ads, okay, media buyer 5,000. I love it. You hit it twice. I love it. Don't you worry. Why do we need to create a Facebook page? Again, we already set one up in step 1. Please confirm. This was telling us, so this is a video that we did on the best guide to running a Facebook ad campaign. Best guide to start running Facebook ads. Highly recommend you check out this video, by the way. Super valuable. A lot of people have been loving it. And with this, we just don't make the assumption that you've done every step of the way. So if you've already made the Facebook page, you don't need to make it again. In that video, we kind of say these are all the things you do, and then towards the end of the video, we recap it. I'm sorry if I didn't quite get that message across, so my apologies. Gonzalo says, hey, Charlie, below 1 is a bad profit ratio. Yes, because it means you're losing money. But what would approximate be a good profit ratio? Gonzalo, that totally depends on your operational cost. That totally depends on your scale. The short answer is the more volume you get, the lower that profit ratio can be. And if nobody's talking to you about the relationship between profit volume and transaction volume, and understanding that your ratio of profit can be less and less when your volume of sales goes up and can project you out what a table should look like for the next 12 months, well, you should probably be investing in somebody that has any idea what they're doing. That's what I'll say. Okay. Isn't step 3 different if you have an agency account? Sure, it can be, but I'm also assuming that everybody here is not necessarily someone that's an agency account, but either way, it's still something that I would do. Again, hitting this best meta course. By the way, if you want to get, this is basically the full version of this video. So yes, if you already have an agency account, you don't necessarily need to do step 3 here, but I still recommend that you do your due diligence. All right, awesome. Safe Wallet, Binance, love it. Thank you. Mistake Blossom or Mistake Turkey Blossom Warfare Blade until Bachelor Fall Squeeze today. Flea Guitar, great. All right, we're just getting back to the 24 hours as we do every day when we start these things. Okay, thank you so much, Binance Wallet. Appreciate it. Mistake, Turkey Blossom, Flea Guitar. Okay, great. I don't have dynamic creative ads in my account. Don't you worry, Movie Madness. That is now showing up in your account as flex ads. You can still tick the box at the ad set level, but inside the ad level, you just hit flexible and you're good to go. All right. That being said, we've gotten back to the 1 day ago mark. So we're going to hide this. We're going to come back to it. Don't you worry. And let's address the chat. Joshua, I want to learn how to make ads and creatives that scale. Joshua, let me tell you this. The ads, the actual creative is great. Everybody's going all in on creative. But something they don't want you to know is that the volume of creative you launch is actually a liability. And the reason your ad account works isn't because your creative is like you finally hit the best creative, blah, blah, blah. It's about the data inside of your ad account, right? So you need to understand that success doesn't happen because you've taken 1,000 different shots. You see people talking about, well, the success rate of my ads, right? But it's not about the success rate of your ads. The success rate doesn't matter unless your path is to create more and more and more and more and more ads. The success rate matters if you can't build ads that are sustainable because you're not building a system designed to be a good business partner to your Facebook ad account. So what I want you to do is, instead of saying, I want to learn how to make ads creatives at scale, what we're going to actually do is I'm going to show you how I've built some ads for my school, for Disruptor Academy. I'm going to tease that. We're going to come back to that here in a little bit. By the way, for all the folks in the chat, good to see you here. Joshua from California, your school academy, you've just joined it. I love it. Now, please, for everybody else new, let me know where you're coming at. Now, Aline says, Triple Whale is not a good way to see the profits. I think Triple Whale is a great way to get a 50,000-foot view of how your business is operating. The problem with a lot of these companies, now, Triple Whale, I think, is the best at it. But if you get into the North Beams and the Ad Beacons and the Hyros, God forbid, of the world, what you're doing is basically, those are software companies trying to give people the answers to the questions that they're looking for. The problem is most people have been taught to value the wrong things. So they're asking the wrong questions to get the worst volume of data to make really uninformed decisions. And then they say stupid things like Facebook is cooked, which I saw today in a comment from a guy who every single year I tell him, when his cost caps are going to break? They break on schedule every single year. And he kept telling me every single time that my advice to him is bad advice and that his cost caps work. And then he plays the victim card every 6 months. Right on schedule, and it's comical at this point. All right, so how do we make ads that scale? I find that being the hardest part. Sterling, we're going to get to a bit more of that here again. Joshua in Riverside, love it. How to create static images that can spend $100,000 plus. First off, everybody, inside of Disruptor Academy, not only do we show you how to do all of this stuff, but we do have templates. Over 70 templates that I'm personally using inside of my ad accounts and that I've used with a lot of ad accounts. And they come from our partners at Creative OS. You get them 100% free for Figma and for Canva. You can join Disruptor Academy for $0. Go in there, steal all the templates, get all of the information, then bail before 7 days. And you don't have to pay the $100. It also means you don't necessarily get to answer or get asked the questions. But the point is, you can come in and just rip everything off if you want to. Go for it. And if you want more, you can sign up with them. So, Joshua, we'll get to all of that stuff here in a minute, but I just want to keep rolling around here a little bit and just keep addressing the chat. AC Custom and ATL, I love it, man. You are here like clockwork every single time, and it makes me so, so happy. All right, everybody. So now, let's break down how to make some really great ads that scale based on stuff you already have in a way that makes it so that you don't need to do a whole lot of other work. And here's the thing they won't tell you. Number two, remember, ROAS is bullshit was number one. Number two, something they won't tell you is it's not about the volume of creative. It's about how well you can use dynamic ads and data to make ads that don't require you to launch a bunch of ads. The point is this. The secret to success is not making a bunch of ads. Think about every ad you make. as hiring a new employee. Now, what you're telling me, the path is, the way I'm going to be successful is to hire 20, 50, 100 new employees every week. And whoever doesn't get lucky in the first few days, I'm going to fire them. And I'm going to hire some new people and give them the best give them the best leads right away. Let's say it's a call center. How good do you think any employee is going to be if you fire anybody who doesn't get lucky and then you immediately bring in a whole bunch of new people and give them all the easy leads? Because here's the other thing. When you launch new ads, they go after the lowest hanging fruit. So when you launch a whole bunch of ads, if you've seen everybody like, oh, Facebook's not incremental, there's a whole bunch of problems here, and it's like, it's broken, blah, 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 the top of funnel's busted. First off, that is complete nonsense. Facebook issues that 99% of people are experiencing are complete operator error. What you need to know is this. When you launch a new ad, Facebook's going to show that ad to the people who are most likely to engage with it positively, the people who are basically at the bottom of your funnel, the low-hanging fruit. So those ads right away are generally going to do pretty well. Now, what happens is the ads that do well and the ads that don't do well, Facebook's going to send it out to a couple of people and see how they like it. Based on that, the people that respond to it positively, Facebook's going to make a lookalike audience based on that data set to show it to more people. And the same thing happens organically. Like you might have 300 followers on Instagram, but you just did some reel and it got 15,000 views from a whole bunch of people. It's because Facebook sent it out to a little audience. And if they liked it, they sent it out to more. That's how all organic content works. That's also how all paid content works. So the point here is this. Every time you launch new ads, it goes after the lowest hanging fruit. Well, that's basically everybody immediately around you. So every time you launch new ads, what do? They go after everybody immediately around you. They're not reaching new individuals. They're only reaching the same people. So the more new ads you launch, the harder it is to actually scale your business because you're only ever going after the low-hanging fruit until some things get lucky. And now, to be fair, you might get some ads that work. And then those ads eventually build up the data set and their lookalike audience grows. And then Facebook can go after those additional pieces. And so the Venn diagram of the lookalike audiences of all the ads you have are basically one giant circle. And then some ads get good enough to expand outside the safe zone and actually still be able to work. Those are the ads that a lot of people say, oh, we're going to throw them in our scaling account and spend to the moon because it walked outside the fence, found a little bit of fruit, and you're like, awesome, go feed everybody. That is a terrible idea. Hi, Don. That's a terrible idea. And that's why every single time you isolate a winner, put it in your scaling account, the ad dies because ad fatigue is operator error. I hope this is kind of making sense. So every time you test a million ads and something gets lucky right away and you isolate it and try to scale against it, it breaks. Because first off, you don't even know if that ad is any good. It just got lucky because it's only competing with all the other ads for what's right at your feet. What fell out of your pocket? Right? It's a remora around the shark. It's not a shark itself. And they're saying, well, you did good on this much information. I'm going to put the entire future of the company on your back. Oh, it failed. Even if it's the best ad, if you put the entire company on its back, it'll fail. Michael Jordan might be the greatest basketball player in the world. But if you put Michael Jordan against any team of 8 to 12 people and you make the game long enough, Michael Jordan's going to lose every single game because a team is stronger than one player. But you're still building your ad account like somehow some miracle single ad is going to do all the work. And there are examples where winning ads are able to scale and able to do things like this. And here's the point. Those ads are sitting on the data of a very large infrastructure that is well built and probably not complete depending on the Facebook ads. So anyway, all that to be said, let me show you a trick that I just don't see anybody doing when it comes to how to launch your ads. I'm going to show you 2 separate ways to make Facebook ads that'll scale, and it takes less than 5 minutes. You ready? Come on with me with this journey. First, we're going to take a little sip. Yeah. Now, let's go print some fucking money. Okay. So we're going to add this to stage. Cool. We're going to go over here. We're going to go to, let's go to school, Disruptor Academy. Awesome. Now, as the owner of Disruptor Academy, we have 134 people. The average person is, we're at $97. I launched this thing about 10 days ago. You do the math. Fantastic. Now, if we wanted to make some ads for this, how do we, here we go. Boom. There we go. All right. Now, here's Disruptor Academy, which, by the way, you can totally join for free. After a 7-day trial, we got 134 members at $97. Again, you do the math. I launched this thing like 10 days ago. How did I get here, right? Well, here's a simple way of doing some ads. This on school is a product page. This looks like a lot. This looks a lot like a Shopify store. In fact, let me show you my Shopify store for Disruptor School. Here it is. All right. Now we can join. We can hit here, shop now. Here's our New Year 2025 special Inner Circle bundle. You can get it for $3,000, or you can subscribe and save and join it for $2,500. This comes with 2 one-on-one calls with me, plus the Begin to Win bundle and a 3-month access to our Inner Circle plan. But here's the thing: you see this layout here with this? Doesn't that look a lot like this and this? Okay. The point is, this logic works for whatever your theme is. All right. Now, that being said, let's run some ads to this. Well, what does our creative look like? Well, let's use this one. This is the ad that happens when you click on the ad, you go to the landing page. That's what it is. Great. Why not lean on continuity? Let's also use this. Somebody said, wow, I got $12,000 net profit in one day. It seems like it was a good idea. Fantastic. All right. We have a bunch of good feedback here with some other things. All right, profitable ads in 3 simple steps. These are all Facebook ad images. Now, I could make them square, but right now, for instance, just for what it's worth, these are already on the page. If I click on the ad and I go to this page, if I have interest in the ad because of this image and I go to the page and boom, it looks the exact same. Great. Continuity is king. Now, what about copy? You're saying, okay, well, what do we have here? Well, unlock the hidden systems I use to scale. Okay, unlock the hidden systems. There's a headline, right? We'll resolve 100% of your ad scaling issues. There's a headline. This copy's already been made for some reason. What about primary text? Well, let's just use systems I've used to scale, all of that. That's great. What about another one? Well, why don't we do guaranteed your money back? What's inside? Boom, boom, boom. Boom. There's a primary text. Now we have a 322 ad built out of basically nothing. It's so easy to do that. In fact, let's go to our store here just so that we have an idea of this. What's our ad look like here? Well, here's our product image, which, to be fair, not that great. If anybody wants to make me a better product image, I'll gladly take it and say thank you. But what else do we have? Okay, in here we've got, well, this is our Inner Circle. This is what it looks like. Here's some more stuff. There's some more things. Great. These could all be product images. This ad's probably not going to be a banger, but at least it's a place to start. Now in here, get this, get access to Inner Circle. Boom. Love it. That's our, that's a headline. What about, don't forget, subscribe and save 20% off forever. Love that. Subscribe and save 20% forever. Great. And then, boom, there's a, let's just take this. Boom. There we can have that as a primary text. And what about this? That's not a bad primary text. We've already decided that that's what works on the landing page. The point is this: the continuity is super easy. Just start with the stuff that you've got. All right. Now let's do one more thing just to show that it's not just my universe, but some people where it could actually be a lot better. All right. Let's go over to our friends at Portland Leather. Okay. So we're going to share this. Boom. Boom. Bonjour from Bangladesh, Ben. I love it. That's fantastic. All right. So this is Portland Leather Goods. Let's go ahead and say crossbody bags. We're going to promote a product. Let's get to the product page. All right. Let's promote this circle crossbody. Love it. Now, what's a killer ad like this going to look like? Well, why not this? What about that? Cool. There's another picture. Awesome. Great. There's another one. Now we have 2 322 ads worth of creative. These will all work, right? Every single one of these pictures, let's just keep throwing them in. And we've got at least 2. We have at least 6 ads, 6 creatives. Awesome. So that's our 3 creative that we need. There's 2 of them. So that's 6 creatives. So that's 2 322 ads. And now to see which of those work, we want to do a creative test. Let's make the headline and the primary text the same. All right. Well, let's look at this. Our durable leather goods are on. Okay, great. This is a primary text. Love it. That'll work. Right. And be fair, you could do all that. Okay, cool. The leather. Look at this. This is a primary text. Love it. That'll work. What about a headline? Trusted by over 1 million customers. That's a pretty good headline, right? And what about in here? Anything else? Anything else in here that we've got some copy wise? Maybe, maybe not. You know, like who's to say we can't do? What about the sizing? That doesn't really work. What else do we have on our page here? We have most popular. Honestly, let's just do that. Boom, most popular. Love it. You already have all of the copy you need to get started. All of this stuff already exists. If you have any product page at all, if you make ads to try to scale your product page, why not use the decisions you made at the product page to start? And then if you do testing on your product page and you get a win on your creative conversion rate and how people like your product, just use those changes and make new ads to match it. So when somebody clicks on the ad, the landing page looks the same. Continuity is far more important than what's the sexy ad I can rip off from somebody else. This is something every single one in the chat can do right now. 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you can get 2322 ads set up. Done. And if you don't have the assets, if you don't have 3 of them, just do the one. Now, Joshua asked a great question. What if we are starting out, we don't know if the product page copy is good or not, trash? Here's the thing. If your product page is trash, the ad won't sell. The ad's not making the sale. You can have the best ad in the world and it goes to a landing page that looks completely sketchy and terrible. It's like, I'm not buying. Why would I buy? Why would I do that? Right? Like, why would I do that? So the point here is that, like, if you can begin to work on how you're actually building stuff, right? Now, I hear you, Dime. You're saying, please talk about new ad account structure with no data on the pixel. Simple. Pick your product, use the product images and the text on the screen. Done. Broad targeting, 322 ads, let it rip. Now, all of that to be said, if broad targeting is tough for you, and maybe you have a little bit of social media stuff going, why not do broad retargeting? You could hit up, an audience of all the people that have been to your website for the last 6 months, and everybody's engaged with your Instagram account in the last year. In fact, let me show you how to make that audience here in a little bit. Screw it. We'll just do it right now. And then we'll show you how to make another great, actually, I can't do that in this piece because of this ad account doesn't have it, but we can go over to here. Boom. All right. I'm just prepping it up over here. So if you don't want to go broad, or if you don't have the spend, say you're spending like $35 a day and you just don't even have it going yet. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let's do this. Let's go to our ad account. We're going to do all of the stuff we just said with the easiest shit ads so that you never have to worry about, are my ads good or not right now? Because if you don't even know if your website is good, it doesn't matter what the ads are. Solve the problem you have. So let's make some broad retargeting audiences. If you're in your creative audience section, go to custom audiences, go to website, hit next. In here, you do 180 days. And then if you know what you're doing, this is a WCA 180 audience. Done. Create audience. That's everybody who's been to your site anywhere where you have your pixel done. Right there. Awesome. Now, if you want to make a broad retargeting audience, say for your Instagram account, select Instagram. Go in here. Everyone who's engaged with this professional account in the last 365 days, Disrupt Your School, fantastic. So this would be DS, Disrupt Your School, IG, Instagram, ENG, Engager, ENG. Yep. Okay. 3, 6, 5. Awesome. Now it could also be here. It could be CT. Done. There we go. Now it could be people that have started to follow this, or people who've engaged with this. It could be all sorts of stuff. Maybe it's only your followers. Maybe it's all your engagers. Maybe it's anybody who visited. Maybe it's anything that happened. But now we're starting to see, like, these audiences, these broad retargeting audiences are a great way to start up your ads. If you can get a little bit of attention from your social media, and we talked about how to promote all of your Instagram stuff. And if you don't know all of that stuff, please join the Academy. We'll break it down in there, and a bunch of stuff here as well. We've made that super easy for everybody, right? And we're not covering it all today. Just want you to make it as easy as we can. So say you're in that space and you made some ads, run it to your broad retargeting audience. One audience, everybody's engaged with their social media in the last year, and to your website in the last 6 months. build ads that work there, scale until it doesn't scale anymore. And then you could scale your social media posts, right? You can do some engagement campaigns. You can be boosting stuff. You can do all that. Again, there's a finer point to all that we're not going to cover today. I got a lot of other videos on that. We covered it in the academy. So like, you know, solve the problem we have, right? Right now, we're just trying to solve the bigger problem. Once those ads work and they start to get a lot of attention, it's not about launching 1,000 ads. It's launch the ads that look exactly like your website so that you can understand what actually works. Then, Charlie, don't play with those guitars. Girl, hey, Charlie, don't play with those guitars. I knew you were gonna. Okay, yes. Daddy loves those guitars too, but we're going to donate those. Yeah, that vintage Dano and that one that I built and that Mexican Jag, we're going to donate them to kids so they can play rock and roll. Yeah. Okay, hold on. There you go. All right. Okay, you want to come up? All right. All right, here we go. So, there we go. Now, just easy as that. So, that's how we started. Now, what if we found some stuff that works, but we want to do an A/B test against those ideas? Because right now, what we did was an A/B test on copy against the creative. Now, maybe we also find a couple Instagram posts that work. We have, you know, some stuff that's getting followers and engagements, and we want to move beyond just this. Okay, what's step 2? Or what if we only have like 3 creative and we can't do a creative test? Let's do a copy test. Now, we just did the copy that's on the website. Or what if we don't know if that's any good? Or what if we want to try to do some other stuff? If only there was a stupid, easy way to have somebody that's really, really good at copywriting do all of the work for you. If only you could leverage the smartest people in the world to do all of the hard work for you. If only Charlie shared with you how he's made it available for you for free already. Here's how we do it. 3, 2, 2. What you're looking for is the 3-2-2 method ads copywriter. Now, what I've done is I've synthesized the ads that have generated millions in sales. I've imported this from all of my best copywriter friends in the world and the folks that have launched millions and millions in ad spend. I built this GPT for you. 5,000 conversations, 4.5 stars. That ain't bad. Let's start. Now, in this, we can start with the LP. We can use some previous ad copy. We can do a video transcription, or maybe tell me about your offer. Now, for my school, yeah, for Disruptor Academy, what I did is we have a post in Disruptor Academy. Let's do this real quick. We have a post in here in our community section where we just say, hey, welcome, start here, tell us about yourself. So we have a whole bunch of people that tell us about themselves. So what I did was I scraped all of their responses. And I went to here and I said, tell me about your offer. This is what other people have to say about who. Let's go back to here. I went over to the 3-2-2 method ads copywriter. I said, click, tell me about your offer. And I took all of their responses and I put it in here so that I could understand how to write copy to attract the attention of people who are very happy with my product. Now, you can do this with your reviews section. Now, what if you don't have any of that stuff? Well, why don't we start with your LP? Great. Drop your landing page here. So we're going to go back over to here, to Disruptor Academy. All right. Now we've got this. Let's go to the About page. All right. Copy. We're going to go back over to the GPT, hit share, and here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Now, what specific elements? Let's just type in ease and confidence and success. That's what I think of how I've been able to make people feel and what I'm offering them in this environment. Now, before I built out this headline, who's the ideal audience? Let's say someone struggling to get started with their Facebook ad success. Whoop, I forgot a D. There we go. Sometimes when you're typing at the baby on your lap, you miss a couple letters. Awesome. So here we go. Oh yeah, there's the code to, by the way, just save 20% on Disruptor School. Oops. Let's go ahead and save some money. All right. Now here's some 10 ad headlines. Look at this. Which ones of these do we like? I like number 2. Facebook ads don't have to be hard. I know. Which one do you like, baby? What about number 3? 4?
Yeah.
4? Okay. Yeah. Unlock Facebook ads success. No more guesswork. I like that one too. Good job, baby. Let's give it a shot. All right. Now we're going to craft some variations of the primary text based on these. Look at this. Does this sound like ChatGPT? Are we delving into something? No, these are real people. These are real words. These are this one literally says insert testimonial or success story. This doesn't sound like AI. This is everything. Now let's choose your primary 2 text and we'll complete your 3-2-2 ad structure. Honestly, I love this. The straight shooter, the pain point crusher, the authority play. I like the idea of, let's do the straight shooter because I don't like messing around with games. And for this point, because the social proof angle, I think is a really strong one, but we don't want to copy and paste that right now. Let's not do urgency. Let's do authority. I could do the pain point, but like other people are telling you that everything's going to fall to the ground unless you give me a bunch of money. Fuck that. Let's do 1 and 3. Great. Here we go. Look at this. It's even suggesting some new creatives for you along the way. Here are your headlines. Here are your primary text. There you go. This is easy. You can 100% do this. This is 100% possible. But the point is, they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know how easy this stuff is. Like, look at this real quick. Look at this copy. Tired of the guessing what works with Facebook ads? Yeah. Stop the frustration. Okay. Inside Disruptor Academy, you'll break it all down step by step so you can run ads with confidence and actually see results start today. I love that. That doesn't sound like a machine. That's like real people. We've helped countless entrepreneurs go from frustrated to profitable with Facebook ads. Love it. Want to skip the trial and error? Get a proven system that works. Shit, that sounds good. I want that. And then what happens when you click on it? Well, you go here. Unlock the hidden systems I've used to scale over $635 million in ad spend with industry-leading brands. We'll solve 100% of your problems, guaranteed your money back. Shit, that's a great offer. Should I trust you? Well, I manage hundreds of millions of dollars. Been doing it for 12 years. I've got over 75,000 students. And what do you get? Well, you get nearly $6,000 for $97 a month, risk-free, honey, 100% money-back guarantee. That's everything. What else do you need? And to be fair, let's go back to the ChatGPT and let's say, well, I don't know if my landing page is good enough. Can you write landing page copy for me for this offer? Oh. So you're saying we can leverage the hundreds of millions of dollars in ad spend and billions in revenue and have the machine do all the hard work for us in a way where the ads literally write their way into the landing page? Yeah, we can do this. How much is this tool? It's 100% free. They don't want you to know this stuff. They're going to tell you, well, we got the best copywriters. We're going to make you a bunch of ads. If you get the ads right, if you can spend more money tomorrow, you shouldn't launch another ad tomorrow. If this week looks better than last week and you feel confident continuing to spend money, don't launch more ads. How often should you be launching ads? When you have a new problem to solve. Look at this. This is great. Oh, thank you. Can you make me a social media post? to promote this page. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, go ahead and drop this on LinkedIn. Fuck it. I'm going to actually drop this right now on LinkedIn. We're going to do it literally right now. Like I'm 100% going to go to my LinkedIn and drop this. Okay. So we're going to copy this. Boom, 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 boom. Love it. Here we go. I'm going, if you're not following me on LinkedIn, then you won't see it, but it's right there. And let's go ahead and grab the URL. Love it. Okay. Hold on a sec. Boom. There we go. Boom, boom. Get it, got it, good. Posted. There we go. Done. Done. You want email flows? Ask it to do it. This is easy. Facebook ads are easy. You've been taught to value the wrong things. You've been taught to care about the wrong stuff. We started today with how to measure if you're actually making money, not just by ROAS, but to understand your actual profit volume. Now, all that to be said, we talked about profit ratio as another option. So it's great to know your net profit, but like how profitable is each dollar spent? Well, let me tell you. Have you ever been frustrated by people trying to teach you Facebook ads without a real business mindset? This video is perfect for you. The honest truth is you've been lied to. Nani? By Facebook gurus that are telling you to optimize for lowest CPA or for ROAS or even MER. The problem is that's not actually tracking real profit. ROAS doesn't tell you if you're actually making any money.
I like money.
Today, I'm going to give you a simple custom metric you can create inside of Ads Manager that will tell you exactly how much profit you're making for every dollar spent. This is how to know if you're actually making any real money. All right, let's go. Now, before we get started on this 5-Minute Friday, I want to thank you so much for your support. These 5-Minute Friday videos have been blowing up the channel. So if you like this video, go ahead and like this video. And if you've been binging these, because apparently only 35% of the people that have been binging are subscribed, and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. The button's like right down here. Go for it. And with that being said, if you have any questions, please ask them in the chat. And if this video gets 100 likes, I'll actually do a fully dedicated video to not only building the metric, but how to actively use this in optimization and analyzation efforts inside of your ad account. Giving real world case studies for brands that I'm actively managing. Yes, we can. All right, with that being said, let's put 5 minutes on the clock and get started. We have to understand why ROAS is very misleading. And for those of you that have ever been to disruptorschool.com merch store, you know that I have shirts to say, fuck ROAS. Here's why. ROAS is a ratio between revenue and ad spend. It tells you how much revenue you're getting for every dollar spent on ads. The problem is that revenue isn't profit. For example, if you were to spend, say, $25 on ads and get $100 in revenue, ROAS would say you made a 4x return.
Okay. All right.
And that sounds great, right? But the problem is, what if your costs are $90 to make that sale?
Nani?
You're actually losing money. ROAS doesn't account for things like overhead, shipping costs, cost of goods, and honestly, you getting paid. And yet so many people are running their ads for ROAS instead of profit, which is why so many people struggle. So let's get into a custom metric that actually measures profit. Instead of measuring ROAS, we can look at profit ratio. This is the amount of profit you actually make per dollar spent. Now, before we dive into the ad account to show you how to do this, I'm going to throw up the formula on the screen over here, all right? Now, profit ratio equals gross profit divided by ad spend. Since gross profit equals revenue minus ad spend, the formula looks like this. So let's get back to that example. We have a revenue of $100 and an ad spend of $25, which gives us a gross profit of $75 and a profit ratio of 3.0. This means for every dollar spent, you're actually making $3 profit. This is a far better way of measuring your success than ROAS, which only measures revenue efficiency, not actual profitability.
We do not care.
So now let me show you how to set this up in the Ads Manager. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make this metric. What we can do is go to our custom columns, we'll scroll down, customize, and then in here, what we're going to do is go to custom, create custom metric, and we can either go up to select metric, or we can just go ahead and start typing. So what I'm going to prefer to do here is we're going to go with hitting parentheses, and we're going to hit an average. This will give us average purchase conversion value minus, let's go purchase, and we can see cost per purchase. Now, this right here gives us our gross profit per transaction. But if we want to understand profit ratio, we're going to divide this, again, purchase by cost per purchase. So this is our profit ratio. And we can describe it as GPT divided by CPA. And let's go ahead and make this accessible to everyone with the business. And there we go. Let's hit create metric. And now we have it right here on our dashboard. Boom, there it is. Now, the good news is you can build this as a custom column inside of your ads manager, so you can see this at the campaign, the ad set, or even the ad level. Now, instead of wasting your time and optimizing for ROAS, you can begin to focus on profitability. And here's the key. If the profit ratio is below a 1, you're losing money, even if the ROAS looks great. So let me tell you why this really matters when it comes to scaling. If you want to start scaling profitably, you have to stop thinking like a media buyer and start thinking like a business operator. Optimizing for ROAS doesn't scale. Profit does. I see people all the time saying, oh, hey, look at me. I made a 5x profit. And I ask them, are you making any money? And their answer is, well, look at my Shopify report. That doesn't mean anything. What does your bank account look like? If your costs are too high or your results are incremental, a high ROAS doesn't mean anything. The real move is to optimize for profit ratio, because it tells you how much money you can reinvest in scaling your business while maintaining profitability. That's how you build a business that actually grows, not just struggles to survive. So now you know the truth. ROAS is a vanity metric, and profit ratio is how you actually scale a business. If you want to scale for profitability, go ahead and add this custom column in your dashboard, and every decision you make will be a lot easier.
That's too easy.
If this video gave you value, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for more stuff, and show up every single Friday at noon.
That's right
for
now.
Our community calls. It's right here on YouTube, 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time every single week. We're going to bring up brand new lessons and answer all of your questions, as well as get to all the comments from the previous week on YouTube. All right, that being said, there's some extra special goodies down in the description. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye. Side note, before you go, if there's anything that you'd like me to cover in a future 5-Minute Friday, drop it in the comment section below. And let me know where you're watching from. Okay, see ya. There we go, everybody. All right, now, lightning round. Let's get to as many of these things as we can. Are you in Pittsburgh? I recognize the terrible talent. No, just a long-term Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Play Renegade. All right. Charlie, Meta Goat, thank you. How would you target ADHD products on Meta? Broad, just women, age, locations? Hope you answer. Talk about ADHD. People that don't care about ADHD won't look at your ads, and you'll eventually just target the right people. DSIC, okay, let's get you hooked up, buddy. Boom, there you go. All right, reply. Boom, got it. My favorite part is when you broke down what the formulas are. Well, you're welcome. Thank you, Team Mock Exchange. Charlie, I've been following since 2,000 followers. Appreciate it all the way from South Africa. I have concerns and new meta policies around health and wellness. Can you advise how we can go about it? Just use the same walled garden approach that I built 8 years ago when it comes to CBD, and I can talk more about that another time if you'd like. And if you join the Disruptor Academy, we will 100% deep dive into that on our next weekly call. Okay, Charles, I do have a question about CBO. So do you consolidate ad sets and ads once you have winning creatives within that one campaign? I don't agree with other gurus constantly launching new ad sets. If you have an ad set is performing, one ad set, 3 ads, instead of launching new ad sets, would you make more sense to launch same theme and messaging with the winning ad set, right? If we have a winning ad set, it should be a combination. We can have a winning ad set that is a combination of the post IDs that are working. But if we're going to test, we want to have a discrete new ad set for that test to see how it compares against the winners within our CBO. DSIC, don't you worry, I got you, homie. Boom, there we go. By the way, you should be definitely using shorthand because I am not typing that thing over and over again. I sell digital mockups, so can't use catalog ads, otherwise my account will be banned. So annoying. Does this still work? It 100% still works, Team Mockup. Under Success Made Simple, you should absolutely be diving more into this stuff. I would love to help you out more. Jump into the academy. We'll definitely get you working there. Hey, what if I don't have a winning creative yet? What do I test against? You don't. You just keep testing until you have a winning creative. And to be fair, again, what we talked about today was how you can make that process exponentially easier. What's the formula for GPT? AOV minus amount spent. Done. Do I have to do dynamic creative? It looks so ugly for my content. I can't stand it. Here's the thing. Nobody besides you is seeing 99% of those ugly placements. So just keep moving. This is the most cringe shit I've ever seen. Well, I will try to work harder, Austin. Let me make more cringe shit so you're not so disappointed in me. I can step it up, I promise. Learning, I've not seen anyone talk about Instant Experience ads. Are they still relevant in 2025? That's my response. I wouldn't worry about it. A lot of information, good tips, a lot of statements without examples. Okay. That it said it was free, but it's expensive to me for run if I'm listening for a few hours, taking notes and ending very confused. Well, Gears Business Solutions, I think the best thing for you, if this full meta course with over an hour and a half long isn't enough for you to be successful, jump into the academy. It's $100 a month. Can I help you make $4 a day? If the answer is yes, you shouldn't leave. All right. If the answer is no, we've got bigger problems. All right, DPA Masterclass. 2 ad sets in the same campaigns here means duplicating the same ad for retargeting. When it's a DPA, yes. 2025 made easy. Awesome. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. You're in. Fantastic. Here we go. Oh, wait, you're already in. Love it. Great. Good to see you. Thank you for this. You're welcome. This full meta ads course, by the way, a baller ass video. I'm actually redoing it for 2025. And we're going to do a huge announcement on that here soon. New channel that is only going to be long form, full on courses. Okay. For free. Love these videos so much. 5 minutes. You're welcome, Amber. All right. Hi, Charlie. Been using flexible ads. How can I see which ad out of the 3 is performing the best? It's not just 3 ads. There's 12. And we actually answered that earlier in the chat here, Mohammed. So hopefully that helps. Matthew, thank you so much. I got a question for you. Dynamic creative is no longer available for us. It's only flex ads. Okay. It's the exact same thing. Matthew, we actually addressed this in the Disruptor Academy this week during the call, so we don't have to answer it here. And again, every single week we do a call that's kind of like these question and answer, but it's an hour long where you can be live on the call and we can have a conversation about it every single week inside Disruptor Academy. And we even every single month will dive into live ad accounts, and I'll do live audits of like 4 or 5 accounts. Who's ever most active in the academy gets their account audited for free. Let's go. All right. Yep. Same question. Same video. This is the fixing your biggest problems with Facebook ads. And Matthew asked that in the academy and got his answer there. Cool. For the record, I'm happy that you have a baby and a wife. You're doing well. You're awesome. Please forgive me. That's not intentional. Okay. Definitely, I did most everything wrong. People don't realize behind the scenes. Well, okay. Okay. Too bad I never saw any of this until everything was over. Yes, I should know about being sabotaged. All right, Jenna, Faye, a lot of stuff here. We're kind of all over the place, but thank you for all the kind words. Always love your strategies. Could you please make a video how to create a custom column for GPT and Ads Manager? Well, Hina, I did that for you today. All right. Let's see. So, darling, well, thank you. This is around the cow, so it's not about me. Okay. Darn. Oh, well, too bad I didn't see this info sooner. I'm so sorry. I wish I had gotten before this. Jenna, hair, positive. Wow, just blowing up the chat, Jenna Faye. I mean, thank you, but also like, I appreciate. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay. Charlie, thank you for another video. Remember you mentioning an upsell retargeting campaign along the prospecting campaign and catalog ads. Should I retarget only 180 purchasers or both 180 purchasers and site visitors? I wouldn't even worry about the purchasers. Just go after the site visitors with broad retargeting for that rebuttal upsell. My fear is by retargeting 180 page visitors, it can devalue our products too fast. Not if what you're selling is an upselled offer. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We cleared the whole last week in under an hour. That's fantastic. All right. All right, everybody. Looks like my camera is telling me that my light is dying. So apparently I'm much darker here. Anyway, I just want to say thank you again to so many people for jumping into Disruptor Academy this week. It has been so great. all of the people that have been coming into here. Again, we launched this last week and we are already 130. Well, we were at 133 earlier. Now we're at 135. Somebody from the chat. Good to see you. You joined today. I love it. There we go. So anyway, it's just been super fun. And for those that are sticking around that want to know about this stuff, if you jump in here, we're actually doing a $100 giveaway. $250 giveaway, sorry, $100 gift card to whoever invites the most people into the community. And we're doing some gift card giveaways. We're diving into some more stuff. We got another great webinar coming in here for how to run your Google ads. And then we got one around creative concept testing. And we got more people coming in next month. It's just continuing to stack. If you're not in the academy, if you like the YouTube video, if you've made it this far, I promise you, joining the academy will only 10x the speed of your growth. And if you're unhappy with it, you get your money back. It's quite literally 100% money back guarantee with a 7-day free trial, and you can steal everything and bail. With that being said, until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye. Bam, bam, bam.